This is 5 Underrated Anime Series, Volume 3.
Let's go.
The story revolves around a boy called Rintaro Akabe, who is self-proclaimed as a mad scientist. Rintaro rents out a room in an old building in Akihabara, Tokyo, to use it as a lab, and focuses on his hobby of inventing future gadgets with the silly Mayuri Shina and the perverted hacker Hashida Itaru, who is nicknamed Daru. The inventors spend all of the time trying to improve their complicated machine, named the phone microwave. Their unusual device performs a strange but useless function. It morphs bananas into piles of green gel. As the time goes through, a series of mysterious events start to happen, and the members of the lab start getting into action. When things get messy, they face an unexpected success. Rintaro and his friends learn that the phone microwave can send emails to the past, altering the flow of history. Standing in the lines between what's gone and what's happening in the present, Rintaro has to deal with the adversities tied to the key of the time's realm, because the key is in his hands. He and his team must use their defective knowledge and their bizarre invention to stop an evil organization and their diabolical purposes. Stein State is rated as a top anime by countless people, including fans and many critics like Carlos Santos, Rebecca Silverman, Aiden Foot, etc. It's very unique how this anime starts slowly and more comic, but increases the tension as it goes on, becoming more and more dramatic, dark and mysterious. Every episode makes the public yearn for more. It's the year 1999 when people are wondering if the world is going to end. Maya is the daughter of the headmaster of Waldstein Academy. Suddenly her estranged father loses his life in mysterious circumstances, leaving behind his life's work, an academy devoted to the study of the occult and supernatural phenomena, all of which Maya totally hates. In the year 2012, the world is invaded by aliens. When this happens, time travelers are sent back to the year 1999 to prevent apocalypse by destroying the Nostradamus key. Meanwhile, in 1999, Maya returns to the academy willing to destroy it with the pretext that the academy divided her family. When Maya visits the school, she meets Achita Formiaki. Formiaki, a self-proclaimed time agent who claims to have come from the year 2012 and who has been famous as a child for being able to bend spoons. This encounter makes her learn of the forthcoming destruction, and her plan to destroy the academy gets interrupted. Despite being distrusting towards Formiaki, they form a pact to look for the Nostradamus key. In order to find the key, time agents are provided with specially created cell phones. Maya and Formiaki should use the cell phone, investigate occult occurrences, and solve enigmas. This anime puts together all the millennial mystical stuff, passing from Nostradamus, Mothman and Little Green Men to ghosts and ghouls. It combines them greatly with further fantastical elements such as time travel and magic, making a very interesting story. The series has a very backhand way of sliding in parodies with a straight face, and if you like subtleties, then you will probably like the series. There are plenty of exciting and funny moments and some great twists. Besides that, the animation is very clean and smooth, and that sets everything on point. In the year 1955, Mario Minikami has just arrived at Shannon's Special Reform School along with 5 other teenagers. After being imprisoned, they get assigned in the same cell, where they meet older inmate and former boxer Rakirata Sakuragi. Boys manage to establish a close connection with him. But their life in prison is extremely difficult. They struggle every day against the brutal suffering and humiliation inflicted upon them by Ishihara, a sadistic guard with a grudge on Rakirata, and Gisuke Sasaki, a doctor who takes pleasure in violating boys. Altogether, under the guidance of Rakirata, boys start to view their hopeless situation in a better light. The 7 inmates join all the strength they have to survive until they finish their sentences, with a promise that they will meet again on the outside. But how will they face the life if they regain freedom? This anime expresses in the most explicit way the brutality of post-war Japan. It is not for the faint of heart, but that's what is necessary to show everything just the way it is. Survival of the fittest is the only law that works in that kind of school, and you should be prepared that nothing comes easy. With an amazing acting and atmospheric visuals, followed by a great chemistry between the characters, Rainbow is very captivating and also loaded with emotion. The great story of friendship during the extremely hard times tends to push through positivity, even while darkness and intense drama are always present. Sho Oda is a strong-willed boy who loves soccer. He has made it to be part of a soccer team, even while he is not very skilled. Unfortunately, the main players of the team, the notorious Triplet Demons, have an argument with their coach. Their departure is followed shortly after by the rest of the team due to upcoming middle school entrance exams. The team breaks up and Sho remains alone. Determined to rebuild his team from the ground up, he starts the search for new members. He might not be very good at playing, he may be alone, but he has 2 great virtues: he never takes no as an answer, and he never surrenders to the obstacles. Things start getting better when he befriends Erika, an Osakan girl who is looking for a team. He keeps meeting interesting people in the park like Misaki, a renowned professional soccer player, and a local drunkard who knows much more than he seems about the game. Together, they can finally try to reach the top. Gengawa Kickoff makes a unique case in sports anime. Not because the team does not want to become the best, but because it starts with only one player who doesn't have the word failure in his dictionary. It may be a simple story, but there is a lot of trials, tears, tension and struggle on the way. What makes this anime greater is the space the main characters have. All of the focus is on the main characters, with the occasional rivals on other teams, and not in a single superstar player like we are used to see usually. Each of them has a unique personality that someone can associate with, and they grow together mentally and physically continuously until the very end. Kino is an introvert and calm teenage markswoman who travels around the world to reach and discover many mystical places in an unusual adventure. Each place has its unique characteristics, people, stories, and secrets. In the meantime, she makes use of her guns for protection and hunting. In this journey she is accompanied from her talking motorcycle named Hermes. Hermes is very naive and childlike, and this makes a contrast throughout the story with the mature and world-bearing character of Kino. The duo stays no longer than 3 days in every town, as it is enough time to learn everything important about the place, while still leaving time to explore new lands. Each episode approaches themes of society like the needs, violence, communication issues, right and wrong, betrayal and many more, which makes you stop, think and question yourself. Kino sometimes protects, kills, saves, ignores or helps people, but also on occasion, thinks about her past, questions her reality, and even becomes tempted to stay at one place for longer than 3 days. Since all of the places have their own culture, social order and philosophy of living, Kino witnesses the darkest sides of humanity, but also occasional triumphs and many peculiar oddities. While exploring the depths of mankind, the journey gets dark frequently, but leaves room for hope even in the worst societies, where you cannot directly help. With the solid and beautiful art throughout the whole story, with the realistic sounds, and with the background music set on minimum, which puts you in deep concentration, this anime will leave you with your eyes fixed on the screen. This is an existential adventure, where traveling will not only serve to learn about life, but to learn for yourself as well, just like Kino. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.